Right. Y'all. Okay, so shout out to the viewer of my channel sending me a link to a spirit box session that was done on Kay Samuels. Okay. I want to talk to y'all about something real quick. Okay. And I'm sorry, I'm kind of looking like a rogue or whatever right now. I'm looking like a rogue because I'm busy doing some work. I have some beautiful spirit work that I'm doing over here, which is actually, oh, you know what? I can show this to you guys. Spirits wants me to show this to you guys. Okay, so this work right here, as you can see, of Santissima Muerta right there, and we have the clear skull. And basically, what this is it is basically, to put it in a nutshell, it is work being done. Hold on a second, guys, because this is actually work being done to send a negative spirit into the light or either away. Okay. Hey, one EQ. So somebody sent me a video to a spirit box session that was done on Kay Samuels. Why would you do that? Why would you conjure his spirit for any reason? Okay, let me tell y'all something. If you are not fully protected, do not listen to that video. And I'm talking about fully protected, aware of what you're actually dealing with. Okay. I think I'd have to go back and look at the video when it was done. There was so many. That man was possessed by so many, I'm talking about entities, spirits, demons that took him out. You should not, don't. Like, watch that video with caution, is what I want to tell people. Watch it with caution, okay? Yeah, hey, listen, I couldn't finish it. I couldn't finish it because if there is a negatively, like okay, we all have a tendency to be negative when we're working out our issues. Okay, we all have issues. Okay, but he is different. Go look at my reading. It exposes the type of spirits that were on him. He had some soul snatching spirits on him. Okay, and you don't conjure that spirit. You don't do that. You leave that just where it's at. Also, I noticed that the person that did the spirit box session, listen, you have to ask for St. Michael's protection. There was no protection that was being manifested in that video, which is why it felt just, it was like, okay, I can understand doing a spirit box session on Elvis Presley. I can understand doing a spirit box session on Prince, somebody that is very famous and very loved, even though there's a lot of people that have issues with those people for whatever reason. Not Kay Samuels. Let him rest. Let that man rest in piss or peace or wherever he gonna rest. I don't give a damn if he had fans. Most of his fans died. Most of his fans are dead. Do y'all understand? Like, I swear to Goddess. And so I was listening to it and I kind of got caught up in it because it was very interesting what he was saying, but you're not going to get anything from it but him being confused. Of course he was confused. He had no clarity. The man's mind, body, and spirit was completely taken over by negative spirits and entities. He was an empty seater. His spirit will always be connected with that. Always. Okay? He didn't know nothing. All he knew was to do with it. Listen, I don't know why. And Goddess is actually not happy about that. Okay. You don't conjure up those. You might as well just say, I'm going to conjure up the devil, which, the devil to me is not as harmful as what people make the devil out to be. And I'm going to tell you why. Because God created the devil to punish the wicked. That was what God did. Whatever was in or on Kevin Samuels, God ain't got nothing to do with that. That's some otherworldly, interdimensional crap that our God of our solar system had nothing to do with. So I think, like, yeah. Well, if you look at the video, make sure that you call to Saint Michael to protect you while you watch it. Don't just look at that video and just be like, I'm amazed. That, like, not nah. Let that man rest in peace. Let that man go wherever he needs to go. Because when he first died, his spirit stopped by to visit me and he got removed very quickly. Y'all got to understand that some of these people that we dealing with, they are very much afflicted by inhuman spirits. That's why his body died. And hey, there were people that tried to help him. There were people that tried to help K. Samuels. That's what I'm not going to call his full name. There are people that tried to help him. He was beyond help. If you woke up this morning and you breathing and you healthy, I'm just warning y'all, okay? Yeah, his spirit is being conjured through that video. Mm-mm. Hold on, y'all. I gotta put this down real quick because I'm multitasking. Mm-mm. You leave that exactly where it's at. Okay? That's all I'm saying. Hold on, y'all. Where in the hell did I put my onion? Where is my beautiful onion? Here it is. Y'all, I'm over here doing some work. You don't conjure up that man's spirit. Let that man rest. My spirit said close the video off. This person that conjured his spirit did not have the discernment to call to Saint Michael, who is the largest and oldest angel. Okay? The largest and the oldest angel of mercy and compassion. Saint Michael has mercy and compassion. Okay? There was never any, don't watch these videos unless the person is speaking some kind of protection over themselves or the people that are watching. Even if it's a spiritual reading. Okay, there's a lot of people that's why, okay, y'all remember the video that I just made the other day about people reading cards and they just like, oh, and this witchcraft is bad. So that's self-hate and dabbling at the same time. Okay. The cards were invented by occultists. Of course, they didn't admit to being occultists, and it was very secretive. And then another occultist made the tarot popular 300 years later. His name is John Baptiste. John Baptiste. And another guy. which, we know a woman was behind that. But, women would get hung quicker. If a man was caught practicing the occult, he was okay, because religion is the occult too. Like, so, it just is what it is. And a lot of people have anger because of that. Still, I don't. I still love my men, because a lot of them were confused. But see, Kevin Samuels, he took that crap to his grave. Okay. If I had a family member like that was in the spiritual state of mind that he was in, I would let them rest. Okay, and so I don't know, like I look at some of the spirit box sessions, um, and I found out some stuff about that, but some of them are really conjuring up these people's spirits, and you have to be prepared for that. Like, the reason why I was able to sit through it and not throw up, it's not that I hate Kevin Samuels. I hate what happened to him. I hate the spirits that destroyed that man's soul. I hate it. But the reason why I was able to look at it without getting physically ill was because I have Saint Michael constantly hovers above me even when I'm asleep. Okay. Yeah, he had bad juju on him all the way. All the way. Like, it was pretty bad. So y'all be careful watching these things. But I appreciate the sister that sent it to me so that I could come and give y'all this message. Okay. I consecrate this cord to bind my intent. Sorry, y'all. I'm doing work at the same time into this onion. So somebody was asking me, y'all, on that thing that I had put up with Lakshmi surrounded by the cabbage. They was like, "Is that cabbage?" I was like, "Yeah." I use a lot of fruits and vegetables in my workings a lot. So, yeah. So it was definitely cabbage. You just got to look up the magical properties of this stuff, okay? You know what I'm saying? A lot of our fruits of the earth, especially onion, in particular red onion, is very powerful. Onion is actually very healing. So if you ever feeling sick, you can either make you some onion soup. Y'all ever hear of French onion soup? That is a very powerful and old, ancient healing remedy. But you can also put onions in your socks. And sometimes it'll heal you within a few hours, you know? So, a lot of these ancient healing practices, a lot of witches died, men and women, to bring y'all this information. I don't have to die because of it, but, back when they was doing the food, you know, mainly one of the reasons why they started killing witches is because some of these pseudo ministers of these churches began to realize that their enemies would go to the witches to get healed of the afflictions that they were putting on them. Okay. In fact, it was very popular back in the day for witches to make potions to counteract poisons that were given to people's enemies. And so that's how the witches got involved in that. You know what I'm saying? So you just got to know your history. Okay? And so it's all good. We really got to quit living in the past and move forward to the future. Okay? That's really what needs to happen. But yeah, back to the subject. Um just because Kevin Samuels did a podcast with T.I. doesn't mean that we should keep conjuring his spirit. And I take great uh uh I did a video about T.I. Making that podcast with him, and you see how spirit took him out like probably less than 2 weeks after that because they didn't want his influence anymore. um and it just is what it is. And so um and it was because he was so deceptive. That is the issue, is because he was so deceptive. If he was really able to be honest about what it was that he was really doing, which was killing people with hate, those people still had a chance. He may have had a chance. By not a one, the spell binding is begun. By not a two, it cometh true. By not a three, so mote it be. By not a four, this power I store. Hold on, y'all. Ooh. Okay, hold on. By not of five, the spell binding is alive. By not a six, this spell I fix. By not a seven, events I will leaven. By not a eight, it is fate. And by not a nine, what's done is done. Yeah. So just keep that in mind when you're watching that. And a lot of people that are watching just don't realize that they just opened up Pandora's box in their house. Okay, I don't want to watch nothing that I got to sage afterwards. In fact, I had his account blocked. You know what? I wonder if I did do that. I'll block a person's account on YouTube because I just don't want their energy to come through to me. It was very, very sad. It really was. It was very sad. And I bind this in the name of the Mother, the Maiden, and the Crone, and the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Thank you, Goddess. Okay, and some of y'all that are very sensitive probably don't want to watch it because you've been done started having chest pains and all that stuff. Let that man go and quit. Like, you know what pissed me off about it? I'm gonna tell y'all what mainly pissed me off about it is that God made his judgment on him, and then everybody want to question God. That's just like if God decide that it's time for me to go. Okay, it's just time. It'll be my time. I don't want nobody questioning God for his judgment unless me or something like that, or if I get killed. But otherwise, God made his judgment on that situation. And who in the hell are we to question God? Who are we to question God? That was God's law. Okay? That's his rules. And he had a messenger. Go back and look at that reading that I did. He had all of the messengers come to him to let him know, including Saint Michael. Is sage stronger than Palo Santo? They're both as equal. They're both equally as strong, Sage and Palo Santo. The only difference is that Sage is more of a plant, and Palo is derived from a tree. So that's what makes Palo slightly stronger. I think that it's more faster acting than Sage. But if you're gonna do some serious smudging, then dragon's blood or copal resin would be the best thing for you. Okay. In fact you can mix it. Yeah. The ones who serve no purpose. Well, don't we have enough evil? We got enough evil going on. Okay? And just for no reason, just evil for no damn reason. We got enough of that going on. Okay, so he was doing evil. And then he was still in the spirit box session, he was still talking about women. You know, man, you in your 50s, you still don't understand what's going on. So you can tell it's the spirit or the energy of not Jop but Gop all over him. Just ignorance. Just ignorance straight up and down. Like like, and his spirit still doesn't understand. What he didn't understand was that, it was time for him to move on, from whatever it was that was bothering him. And it was a lot of other stuff that he needed to realize that he still doesn't understand that. And if somebody told him, he still didn't really understand it. So it was just like, as a black person, I don't sit up here and go, oh, I'm embarrassed because of it. You know what I'm saying? I don't do that because I'm my own person. Okay. But I'm just saying, I think I got through half of it, and I started to feel sick to my stomach. And I said, okay, I'm done watching this. I can't. I can't do it because it just, the energy. And no, I did not support him. And no, I did not like him. No, I didn't. I understood him, but I still didn't like him. I still didn't like the person that he was. I didn't. Okay. And what he was doing to people. So, that's my choice. And that's just like, why do it seem like half of this deck is gone? Some of my cards are missing. There they are. There they are. I'm like, what the hell? So, it just is what it is. Okay. And he had a choice, and he chose what he chose. Okay. Now, it'd be different if he just kind of sat there and went through that shit by himself. But he had over 1 million subscribers watching that crap. And it just was very sinister at the end of the day. Hey, Mama Gaia Church. Oh, just sitting here doing some spirit work, and I clicked on a link, and it was a spirit box session for Kay Samuels. I was like, Lord, help us. I wouldn't even look at the video. Don't even look at that. Don't even look at that. Look away, Dixieland. For real. You know. Hold on, y'all. Anyway, y'all, that's all I wanted to say about that. Like, and he just passed away. I think, like, y'all, even during that reading, I had some very powerful protection around me. And so, some of these spiritualists that you're seeing on here doing these readings and stuff, just make sure that they are calling to protective spirits for protection. What is protection? Okay, so protection means if I run into a negative spirit, I'm going to be protected from it. Okay. All right, y'all. I gotta go. Hey, Diana. Hello. Hello. All right, y'all. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. It's a shame. I'm going to say this before I go, man. You know, them kind of lower. The crazy part about it is that he was talking about being high value when he was completely taken over by lower vibrational spirits. He got tricked. He was taken over by lower vibrational spirits. And they were saying that they couldn't even find no money to bury that man. That's a shame. That's a shame, man. You know what I'm saying? So be careful with watching them spirit box. What the hell was that? Anyway, I'm about to go get me something to eat, y'all. I will see y'all later. Dreamer coming home soon. He signed over. Huh? Who is Dreamer? Who is that? I don't know who that is. Okay, I gotta go, you guys. Okay. Make sure that y'all don't forget to get in that money ritual. Okay, on the 14th. Don't forget to do that. We got Lanasa coming up towards the end of this summer too. Okay. So this is the prequel to the big Sabbath that's coming up for Lanasa. I believe that. Oh, let me check my little thingy now because I have a. You're welcome, DD. Yeah, just make sure you protect yourself, and if you sensitive. Okay, so Lanasa is September the 31st, and it'll be here before we know it. Okay, and we definitely gonna be making some offerings to the god La and Odin. Okay, so it just I don't know. A lot of y'all like. So a lot of us African black people, we think, oh, we just gonna stick with the African ancestors. You can't do that. You don't know. Some of y'all was white several lifetimes ago. Okay, so that's why it's good to work with the other deities. They're not racist. Racism is not the act of a god, not truly. That's the dumbest thing ever. That's just like being a woman and saying, I want to kill all men. I mean, I can understand where that kind of anger would come from, but, sometimes you just got to get out your feelings, okay? So don't get caught up in that ignorance either. It's now available on the website. Okay, the money ritual. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. I work with my white deities and my black ones. I work with both of them. You know what I'm saying? And you can do that no matter what shade your skin color is. Okay. So just to let y'all know that. Anyway, love and light to y'all. Peace and blessings. And, yeah, take heed to what I said. And if you feel like that dude's spirit is in your house, ask him to leave him in this, because typically when one spirit come in, you can get hundreds of them coming in. So there was if you look at that spirit box session, and so a lot of people think, well, this is over the internet, spirits can't get in. Well, you know what? You're wrong, because this is air communication. Okay. So anything can get in through air. Okay. Ether, the air, the internet is air. That's why it's important to block people that are trying to send stuff to you. Okay. That's why a lot of people say, well, what's the power in blocking somebody? It's a lot of power in blocking somebody from your social media, blocking them from your text messaging, blocking them from calling you. Okay. All right, y'all. All right. I'll catch y'all later. Blessings.